Well, hey there, YouTube. Average Joel's Garage here, back with a quick episode on how to do your oil. So here's a quick question for you. What do we need to do our oil? Well, we need a socket and a ratchet. So if I told you we need one of these, you should say no, we don't use these on this plug, because that is how this gets everything jacked up. Do we need one of these? No, do not use that either. And finally, do not use this. No power tools. Bad. So, regular 14 millimeter socket, normal, okay? We need that, check. That's all we need to do to break the bolt loose on the bottom. You need an oil filter funnel. What you don't, an oil funnel. The oil filter's coming next. What we don't need is one of those flexible ones like this. The reason is because when it goes in the hole, it's gonna sit there, and then you're gonna pour oil in it, it's gonna go like this, and yeah, we don't need that. Okay, so do not use one of these. Use a firm, sturdy one. Now, different cars have different needs or depth down, but for this one, there's an oil plug. It's sitting right on the top for the oil filler. I'm gonna show you exactly where that's at in a second. You wanna use this guy, just a single, hard, regular, big open funnel. Drop that in that spot, okay? You're gonna need one of these. This is the oil filter. It's just a crappy Fram one. These ones work fine. I know people get really hung up on, you gotta use the right brand and blah, blah, blah. These do work, and I've been using them for 20 years, maybe even longer. And so the difference is this is a 3600. I know it's reading backwards because I flipped the camera. 3600 works just fine on the Tundra. It also works fine on the Tacoma that I had. Then it also works fine on the 4Runner. If it calls for a 3614, you can use a 3600, and the difference really is that the 3600 is a little bit taller, so you just get a little bit more oil in here, and that can't be a bad thing. More oil in your system probably means, you know, more filtration, more volume, all good things. So you need to catch your oil in something very simple like this. This works perfect. We're only getting about 5.6 quarts out, and then you need what I'm going to say is fully synthetic motor oil. This is Costco. I already did a quick video on this. This video is good stuff. You want to use 5W30 in this particular vehicle. This is a 2007, or the 2007 was the beginning year that this started. 2008 is the specific truck. This is the iForce 4.7 liter V8. So let me switch it around, show you. This is where the oil normally is sitting here on this cap. And as I've described, here's the engine. There we go. Right in. You should have this. If you don't, we have a problem. Open it up. 5W30. See that? Tells you. Use whatever it says. It even has the word engineer. No, wait, it doesn't. I just made that up. It has the word energy. So yeah, take this off. That's out. It threads like pretty normal. Take this funnel straight in there. Done deal. Now we're going to go down below. Put our pan down. So let's grab our pan. Here's our pan. Go down. Let's go underneath the car. Let's find where our spot is. Now let me point out something. We're underneath the car. If you just simply pan up, see that cool orange thing right there? That's our old oil filter. Now, there's usually a stupid splash guard underneath here and scrape guard. I don't do anything crazy four-wheeling, so I took it off. So if you don't have that, then it's a pain in the neck to get to. There's bolts that you have to take all over the place that even mount to like this right here. So I just take it off. I don't need that. So let's go ahead and break this one loose first. Let's see if we can do this by hand. Hopefully we can. I always say don't screw over the next mechanic because it's going to be you. So this needs to go down. Let's try my left hand and see if there's any better luck with that guy. That is on there pretty solid. So we're going to go get a quick tool in case we don't always need it, but sometimes we do. There are two main types of tools. You can use one of these to get this and thread it on there, or you can use, if I can grab it, one of these. Put this on the oil filter and turn it off. So let's go ahead and try one of these and see if it works. All right, you know, I actually get to use two hands this time. I probably could get it off now, but let's just try one of the tools we got. So hook this guy on here. This bar is in the way. That's kind of annoying. So let's try to put it on this way. Okay, and then we would just normally cinch it and give it a turn. And that, of course, is not a good... You're supposed to get it and turn like this, but... Let's try it this way. Okay, ready? And that would be tightening it, so it would be like this. I'm left-handed, as I've told you guys before, so some of this stuff is not always intuitive for me. Get it like this, turn it, adjust it here. There we go. There's that. And I think that's loosening. Feels like it. The other tool, like I said, is this guy. I haven't found, I bought this because I thought it looks cool. I'm gonna get one of those. But I don't think it actually does anything very good. See, this is tightening. So let's go to loosening. Nope, that's still, wait. So this one probably would work. That's a tightening way, so because it's tightening like that. So let's take it to loosening. Come on. These things are kind of quirky, but I thought they were cool, so we'll give them a try. Oh, that's not bad. That's kind of nice. Still works. Good. Then really, you want to put your oil pan underneath. If you can see this, here's my oil pan, because this is going to drip a little bit. Alright, so see that? So we're dripping a little bit. I'm going to switch it over so I can camera this. Alright, so letting this drip. Opening up a little more and going straight into the pan. Let me give you a quick hint. Don't do this on a windy day, because when I was a kid, I was like 18, 19, I'd have to sit there and be so cautious because this would blow all over the place. Get all over my dad's street, which I did not quite get in trouble for, but yeah, it was not a good idea. So anyway, you have to be careful because this will fall off as we keep turning it out. So remember that it is full of oil, because then it will make a mess. Once you get it about, you can feel the threads as you turn, so keep your fingers strong on the back side like right here, and then just turn this off. Oh, see how it just kind of popped off? You know, they always do these dumb challenges online. We should do like a challenge, no oil drips at all, 0 on a oil change, and see how that happens. So far we're winning, I think, except for a little. Someone's like, hey, look at that run right there. There's a run on the car. That counts as a drip. Well, it's not on the ground. So, alright, once this is totally done, or close to being done, you just kind of walk it where it needs to be, flip it upside down, and then set it in or on something. Of course, not in here, but we're going to break this off soon. So there's a quick, not a conspiracy, there's a quick like back and forth where people say you have to pre-fill these. There's no reason to pre-fill these at all. When you turn the engine on, it fills it for you. So that's kind of stupid. But if you want to pre-fill it, someone said you could, I've heard people say you can damage it. I'm like, how are you going to damage it? Oil goes in here anyway. So the only thing you want to do is get some oil on your finger, like shake the container around with the lid on. Get some oil on your finger. Just rub it around on the rubber part right here. Just so you get a nice good seal. The last thing I'm going to tell you, my little trick, is I put a rare earth magnet on these cans. And the reason I do that is because if there's anything that happens to be a ferrous metal, which is magnetic, then I can go ahead and hopefully capture it inside this can. So let's put this back here where it goes. So basically, just stick it right here, and you just thread it on clockwise. Give it just a good, what they call hand tight. So pinch it, turn it, it's not gonna drip. That's good, it's kind of cinched on there, that's what we want. And then the bottom of this is done. So now we need to find our oil plug, and let's go ahead and drain our oil. All right, so let me flip this around because I probably think I turned yours upside down. Oil filter, right there. We're gonna go this way. And you have this black part right here. This is the bottom of your oil pan. This is the bolt, drain bolt. You want to loosen that. So this should be a 14 millimeter. This is why we have that tool, the socket. This would be tightening, so we want to turn it the other way and push. So that is on way too tight. Now, sometimes in life you want to just double check yourself. You see this pan right here that I'm pointing at right there at the end of this? That is the transmission pan. That's actually the drain port. There's actually a drain plug there as well. So we would, if we were servicing the transmission, we would do those. So this is not the transmission pan. This is in fact the engine. But it is just on there really, really tight. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's a good knuckle buster for you. But it should be, I'm gonna look it up, but the pounds on that, oh, you guys can't feel the breeze, but there's a breeze. I'm gonna show you. Hopefully I have this correct so I don't get oil all over the place. Ruin our no drip Saturday. Good. So you're gonna drain this out. You're gonna clean this off with a paper towel. So let's go do that. So you want to take this, put it inside a paper towel. Just, oh, my thumb's exposed. Hooray for a dirty thumb. So clean it off. Now it's ready to go back in the car. Basically rub it until you get most all of the oil off, but it's gonna go right back in there, so it's not a big deal. We'll wait for this to drain to the bottom. Still draining. Once it's all done, put this guy back in. One more thing I'll caution you on. Make sure you have an oil catch that's actually going to handle all the oil. How much oil I have in there, it almost overflowed on me. That is barely the edge of this. That's why I brought this other second one in, just in case, because I was kind of like, oh no, it's gonna overflow. But as you can see, the wind is kind of blowing. That stream moves around a little bit, so you just want to almost center it. That way you can make sure you catch all that oil and you don't make a mess. So let's wait about another minute, and then we're gonna put the plug back in. So we're almost done with drips. Now, there's one of the two things you can do. If you're in a hurry with this barely any fluid coming out, this is just trickling. I mean, you have oil in your, all over the place in your, I want to say intake. It's not the intake, sorry. I'm tired today. The valve cover and all that stuff, all the oil channels is totally full. So, and it's draining this down. So there's still oil goo here and there. So you can just let this drip, or you can just say, like in the shop, I guarantee you, if they change your oil, they're gonna drain it out, and then they're gonna, once most of it's out, they're gonna stick the plug right back in and throw the next car on there. So in this case, we're almost done. We just got a couple little drips, so I'm gonna put this back in like this. And then let's find our trusty ratchet. I always like to do these videos like without cutting the bloopers out. When it comes to this stuff, I'll pause it, but life has things that happen, so I want you guys to see that too. So give it a nice cinch. That's good enough. It's not going anywhere. This plug is not leaking because we haven't used those power tools. That's the reason why. We have this in, we have the oil filter, now let's go to the top. All right, so we're at the top, so I need to set this camera somewhere so I can show you guys pouring the oil into that funnel. We finally have this ready to go, so let me pause it. All right, so you can't see me, but I'm over here. This actually calls for 6.6 quarts. So this jug right here is 5 quarts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It even says it on here, so we're gonna need to do another 1.5 quarts. So let's pour this guy in there first. Pop the top. And now pour this in. When you're pouring this, if you have the handle down like that and have that at the highest point, you're less likely to make a big mess. Less likely. But you want to start pouring, and then you want to kind of wait a sec. Just make sure, okay, did I put the oil plug in? Yes. Again, this is one of those no drip Saturdays that we're calling it. So just don't drip anything if you can. And then we're going to just pour all 5 quarts into this oil. Continue on, almost done. There is a reason why I like these funnels that are a little bit longer, is because that way it doesn't actually fall out when you almost overfill it. So this is one of our oil jugs. What you can do if you don't have an easy way of doing this, or let's say you're in an apartment, dump all this oil in, and then the other stuff, use your funnel, pour that oil back into this jug. Then you can just take this jug straight over to AutoZone or Checker or O'Reilly. Now, I don't think Walmart does it. I'm not sure. Maybe they do. I know they change oil. I don't know if they take oil. But just you take it to one of those guys, and then just say, hey, can I drop off my oil? And it's usually always free. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but it is here in Colorado. It's free in Arizona. It's free in New Mexico. So that's, now we got to measure. So that was 5. We got to do 1.6, or basically 1.5. So let me get the other jug. So this is our other one, 530. I'm gonna double check and make sure this oil is clean oil. All right, so we are at basically between here. So we want to go down to this one here. That'll give us 1 quart. And then down to this line here will give us 1.5 quarts. So we're gonna go down to 1 quart line, right? So we have 5 quarts, 6 quarts and a half. Now because I already have some out, I can flip this and have the nozzle down. But you want to do the nozzle up when you're first starting. So you pour it, and then like I said, a lot of times you get kind kind of good at guessing how much volume you can put in if you look at enough. So I'm here. I'm gonna go a little bit more, then we'll start the truck, make sure it's on a level surface, and then check the oil and see how we did. But I've paused it a couple times, but really, this is about how long it takes. It's very quick. I actually have to leave here, finish this job, because I gotta go pick up my former mother-in-law from the hospital because she's getting released because she was in a car wreck. So life never stops, guys. Always goes. So that is done draining. I'm gonna catch this. So again, no drip Saturday. All right. Put the oil cap back on. You guys can comment if I dripped. I want to hear it. I want the feedback. All right. So we've done this. Now I'm gonna pause it. We're gonna pull back and see if we have anything left to do. So I always like to do it what I call a sanity check. 1, the cap is on. Okay, good. 2, get this thing out of here because I was using that to hold the phone. Okay, no other tools in the engine bay. No, got it. Next level, I have these things which I was doing for that earlier demo to show you guys. So let's get those off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's our pile of tools. This is done. We're gonna go ahead and close the hood. Now let's go down. Okay, anything underneath the tires? No, we have that oil. We do not want to knock that over. That would be a definite, that'd be a spill Saturday. So we got the oil filters already swapped out. What I don't have is that rare earth magnet. See, we're doing a check right now. Oil plug, we put that in, it's not draining. It's still in there. That's done. So let's go get that magnet. So guys, get one of these on Amazon. I find them to be pretty awesome. They stick really, really well to everything. Let's take one, stick it on there, wherever you'd like. There are other ones. I will even stick one on the bottom of the oil pan as well. Let's do that. Let's take one, stick it right there. Again, if there's metal shavings, I want them there, not up there, right? All right, so I stole one more magnet from my little magnet stash. I'm gonna put this one right there. So I got 2 magnets on there. I'm ready to start the car and move it. So if you don't know how to check your oil, I've done that video already, but we couldn't do that if you need. But I'm ready to be done, start this, move my car out of the way so I don't crush that car. And you guys have a great Saturday, great Father's Day. I'll see you later. Please like and subscribe. This channel is so much fun, so thanks for supporting it. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.